The United Nations Climate Summit in Glasgow is now in overtime, with leaders unable to finalise the wording of their final agreement. With the second draft revealed, negotiators at the COP26 summit appear to be backing away from a call to end all coal use and phase out fossil fuel subsidies completely.
An updated draft climate agreement has softened commitments to reduce the use of coal and other fossil fuels. Several leaders expressed frustration at the lack of consensus on tackling the climate crisis.
My team and I have taken careful note of the comments and the proposals, and of course we will continue to engage extensively with you over the course of today. And I encourage you to also reach out to one another to try and build consensus. It is, of course, my hope that we will be able to find textual solutions for our outstanding issues quickly.
I think we're progressing and we're working hard.
We want to see more ambition. We're unhappy about the lack of predictable, guaranteed financing for adaptation. We've had so many disappointments in this process that we're unwilling to accept voluntary contributions to the Adaptation Fund.
Meanwhile, back home, and the government's modelling underpinning Australia's path to net zero by 2050 has received a mixed response. Industry representatives, including the Australian Energy Council, have welcomed the data, but some experts argue the assumptions in the plan are flawed.
I think one of the really interesting things about the modelling is that it puts to bed once and for all the argument that acting on climate change is harmful to the Australian economy. In fact, if anything, it really underscores the opposite, that Australia's economy is going to be impacted by the actions being taken to tackle climate change, and therefore we really need to be on the front foot in terms of thinking about this. The more contested bit will be the policy interventions and the pathways for how we decarbonise. As with any modelling, there'll be much debate around the assumptions used. I think perhaps some members of the climate change debate were looking for more detail in terms of some of those assumptions. And of course, really the key question for many is that the level of ambition, the pace of change, and also even on the technology front, how are we going to incentivise or mobilise the technologies that we need at scale to achieve the emission reductions we need?